Welcome to the show, all three of you. We have Teddy Hayes, Corinne O'Neill, and Shelley Rodgers joining us here on the show. Just to give you a little bit of a brief intro for each of you. Teddy, you've spent the last 4 decades in the entertainment and media industry, showcasing versatility through numerous roles and collaborations with famous personalities over a variety of projects. Wow, you are a playwright, director, scriptwriter, filmmaker, novelist, media consultant with 35 years plus experience. It's fantastic to have you back on the show. You've actually joined us on the show before, Teddy, which is great to have you back with us again. We've also got Shelley. You are a former associate lecturer of art and photography, known for your work in the fashion industry. You've founded World Equal magazine, which is an online magazine. We'll talk a lot more about that with you whilst we're chatting with you. Corinne O'Neill, you're also with us. You are a partner with World Equal magazine. You are the graphic designer for the group. And part owner of the group as well. It's fantastic to have you all on the show. It's going to be a busy, fun-packed show with you. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. And please do tell us more.
You can go first.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
Teddy.
Well, no, you go first. You started the magazine.
That's right.
You're the boss. Hey, Skyler, people don't know that we bow down to her. She's the boss.
We came later.
Well, we all came together many years ago now, and we obviously with the pandemic and everything sort of halted for a while, but now we're all getting back going, and basically World Equal is a collection of artists creating positive content for the magazine. We also like to kind of put people who are behind the scenes into the foreground, and it's worked really well up to now, and we're loving it, and this is one of the main ones. So at the moment, the magazine that we're doing is a collection of interviews from Skyler and yourself, Tom, and we've really enjoyed doing it. The last one that we did, which was I have a hard copy, which was basically Teddy sort of took the lead on this one, and it's phenomenal. It's mainly about the arts, and what we're doing at the moment is that we're updating our website so that we can actually sell the hard copies ourselves. So we're really excited about that, so we don't have to go through any big corporation. So we're a small business, and we're hoping to promote all of the arts and have people come on board who are any artist. Just give us a call. We'll do an interview with you, and we can see if we can put it in the magazine.
Wonderful. I love your concept, and I came to Ireland, and what you're doing inspired me to write a song for you.
I know.
And it's been wonderful ever since, because my whole mission is about, abolishing racism and stereotypes as we go along, right? And then Brother Teddy came in, and he's given us some literature. A lot of it is really wonderful, because he knows a lot of people. He's very famous, so we gotta. Tell us about your journey, brother.
Well, Skyler, I've been in the entertainment business 45 years, and started as a journalist, and then became a script writer, then a novelist, and filmmaker, and all that, and worked with a lot of people. But getting involved with this magazine was really a wonderful thing for me, because, as you know, we met Shelley in Ireland, and Shelley invited me to get involved. And I looked at the magazine. I mean, I'm always busy, so I have to really determine, how am I going to spend this time? Because time is precious. I looked at it and I said, "Wow, the quality of this magazine is like off the chart." And then we started talking, as you know, and then I decided what I could bring is maybe a literary and theatrical side, which I have been getting. People, we got people like Walter Mosley on the cover, and then we're working. We got Henry Lydiate. We brought in.
Got another hard copy.
Yeah, visual art. We brought in visual arts,
Yeah.
and we're highlighting some visual artists, and we're doing a lot of very interesting things. But like Shelley said, I think what really is attractive to me is we're bringing people that's behind the scenes to the forefront, people that you wouldn't necessarily know about that are doing that make the wheels go round. And I guess working behind the scenes as a producer, I have a real appreciation for those people who make things happen that you don't know about, because people see the faces, they see the people on stage, they see the people who are doing interviews, but there are twice as many people behind the scenes making things happen. And these people often not only don't get appreciated, but nobody knows who they are. And I think it's good that the magazine showcases these talents.
That's right.
Mm.
And Corinne, what's your journey and your background?
Well, I've always been an artist. From a very young age, I must say. I've dabbled in so many things. My main one was metalsmithing, but unfortunately I damaged my hand and I'd lost the feeling. So I actually couldn't use the wee intricate hand saws and stuff anymore. So then I started branching into other things, started doing my drawing and stuff again. And I now turn my drawings into embroidery. So when people actually look at them, they actually think it's a drawing because the embroidery is that fine a detail. So I have a wee market stall in Belfast, St. George's Market. I've been there for 12 years now and I absolutely love it. So I do. Because you get to talk to the customers that actually love your work and you feel like you're appreciated then when, so I sort of have a graphic design background because I run a print business as well. So I have a lot of use and a lot of softwares. And I've sort of self-taught myself to do the magazine. And each one we've done together, they're getting better and better. So
Yeah, we're really pleased with it.
And you're doing a fabulous job.
thank you
You
very
know,
much.
all of you guys are doing a fabulous job. The beautiful thing is that we all have our own intricate part, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm happy to be doing entertainment for the magazine, and I bring in as many people as I can, film wise and social conscious music writers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I enjoy this so much because that's what Music for Global Change is about. Exactly what Teddy was saying. It's like we pull the curtain back and show the Wizard of Oz back there.
The other thing that I really like about our situation is that we all get along. We're always talking, and we don't always agree, but we always get along and we work things out. Because Skyler called me in the middle of the day, say, "Hey man, what do you think about this?" I said, no, we got to tell Shelley that we need to do this and do that. And then Shelley will call me and say, "Yeah, I talked to Skyler, but we don't want to do it that way." I said, "Okay, what do you think?" We're always back and forth, and that's a really good thing because we all get along and we all bring really positive contributions to the magazine. One of the things that I got excited about last week, Skyler was telling me about an interview that you got coming up. Can I mention it, Skyler? The
Absolutely.
interview, huh?
$25. Yeah, go ahead.
it's your interview, so you have to talk about the upcoming interview that's coming up, and I think it's great.
Yeah. Which one?
Come on, what you mean? Which one? The son of the son
We
of
all
the
know
icon.
which one.
We all know.
We all know which one.
Well, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
We all know which
Julian
one.
Blank. The
Well,
Julian.
I mean, well, we don't. Julian got to a part where he wants to charge us for that. So
Okay,
we're
all right.
Okay.
we're not in position
Okay.
right now. But
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. That's okay. But it was still a good thing because
Yeah.
Just for him saying, I watch your show, and I really loved you talk about my father and all of that stuff. He's doing some amazing things too. We're all doing amazing things. It's like,
but he called you.
that's right. Well,
So that's good. Yeah.
I saw the friend thing and I hit the friend, not thinking, because a lot of times it'll be somebody else getting back to you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he actually wrote this long thing, man. Just for him saying that he watches the show, that was enough for me.
Yeah.
And I offered him I'll trade with you. I'll go and perform on one of your events. If you do this, whatever. I'm just not in position right now.
Yeah.
Tom?
Sure.
Well, Skyler, I don't know about you, but everybody who doesn't know needs you to say the surname on that person's name, because you've just said Julian. It could be anybody. So go on, say who it is, Skyler.
Yeah. Well, Julian Lennon.
There you go. And I will cut that in so no one will even notice.
With pictures and everything,
I'll cut that
I
in
love
somehow. I'll make it work.
everybody stays in their own lane.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, because I can't do what you guys do. So
Well, at
Vice
the
versa.
moment,
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment you're in talks with Julian Lennon. So that's the be all and end all on the moment.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing.
yeah, for him to say that about us is like so. But you know what? I've been doing this 59 years now, and so I've met a lot of people, and I know a lot of people, and nobody's turning me down.
Yeah.
It might be a scheduling thing, but nobody turns us down because even Teddy, he said, "Well, keep going, Scott. You got to keep going, right?"
Yeah.
And he's right. I just kept going.
Yeah.
And when I first started out, I was begging people to come on.
Yeah.
And
Now. Yeah.
now
Now they're begging
Turn them
you.
away.
Now they calling to be on the show. And that's from what he's saying. That if you keep going, eventually it's going to turn.
And I think also, Skyler, we're branching out. We're embracing different parts because Shelley, we started the equal extras, which really kind of embraces things that we like to cover in more depth. Like the last equal extra was for visual arts. So we started with Henry Lydiate, who was an art lawyer. We talked about him. Then we talked about other artists, the life of the artist. We went into that. And then the next one you're doing is about women in the arts. And that's going to be a big issue. And we're going to look at that. And then after that, we're going to do one about theater and film, which I'll be involved in a lot. And that will go behind the scenes again and talk about some of the things that people may not know about. Because, for instance, there's a lot of jobs and things in these areas that people just don't know about. I mean, we've had people like people who do leather work, people who do filmmaking, people who do, like you say, Corinne, embroidery. All of that stuff is out there, and people are doing it, but other people might want to do it, but just don't know about it. But through us, they can find out about it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing for me to have me and Tom, we bringing all these people on, and then it goes to print. So what a beautiful thing to be thinking about at some beauty parlor. Somebody's reading the magazine before they get their hair done, or at the dentist or something like that. That's really, really cool. Tom, we didn't let you finish. Well, we got to Julian.
That's all right. I will cut in now. So I just want to talk a little bit about, I mean, what I really love is the visuals and the kind of the kind of graphics and stuff, the magazine looks beautiful, even if it's just the non-printed version, just the online version. It looks gorgeous. The way the photos are, the way the graphics have been made, and that's fantastic. Every edition I've ever seen has always struck me as particularly kind of a good looking thing to look at, which I just wanted to mention.
For me, when creating the magazine from the beginning, you see so many magazines, say if you walk into a newsagent's or whatever, the images aren't beautiful. And photography has gone so far away from what it should be.
Yeah.
That obviously is because everyone has access to a camera. But my background with a master's in photography and teaching photography, what I wanted to do to pick up a magazine that I actually wanted to look at.
Yeah.
And visually see there's proper photographers in this magazine, there's proper artists in this magazine. It's not a glossy magazine with gossip. And going on to what Skyler is saying, it's all positive, and about exactly what we're doing behind the scenes and in the foreground to create art. So how I see the magazine in its entirety from the beginning to the end is a piece of art, and that's what I wanted to create, so that you'd actually pick it up and look at it and go, oh wow, that's beautiful. Because at the end of the day, when you're looking at a painting in the Louvre or wherever, whatever museum or whatever, it touches you, it makes you feel something, and that's what a magazine should do, especially when you've got it in your hand. It shouldn't just be about gossip. So that's how, as my background as a photographer, and we work quite a lot on the graphics together, that it all makes sense in a way that it's a piece of art.
Yeah, we sort of have this wee formula, which Shelley has been teaching me over the past 2 years, which works and keeps it fresh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole magazine just flows the whole way through, from the very first page to the last page. You can see, by looking at the magazine, it's world equal.
Yeah.
There's no other magazine that's kind of doing what you're doing.
How long does it generally take to produce? I mean, I kind of got a clue on this myself, but just for our viewers, how long would it take you to produce one of the editions?
It's a couple of weeks of hard slog.
But once we get to that point, then it's all the editing after that.
Yeah,
actually, the editing takes longer. Because you're going back and forth, and one of the things that we like to do is collaborate with the person who's being interviewed, the artist that's being interviewed, so that nothing goes into the magazine that they don't want to go in. It's just not put up there, whatever. So it's back and forth with many different people all of the time.
Yeah, sometimes it can be like 5 to 10 changes, one person.
Yeah, sometimes it can be 30, so but the graphics, that's mostly for the written part, but it can change photographs for here and there and things like that, and then you have to get copyright and approval for the photographs, so that you're working through that, and then people are contacting people, say, can we use the photograph, can we use this, can we use that, so it's that's the longest process. But when me and Corinne are just doing it, we've got all the interviews sitting there. I'm doing the transcripts. Corinne's doing the graphics. It's roughly about 2 to 3 weeks.
It is, yeah. I normally have to wait till Shelley has all the editing done.
I'm just going to
for all the
put the
text.
slide on, but
and once all that's done, then I can sort of start, because I like to add in the photographs and things as we go. You sort of need to know how much body of text there is, and then how you need to space it out so that it just looks more pleasing. So
yeah. Sorry, Tom, was that okay? I opened
that's
that.
fine. Yeah, perfect. One for you, Teddy. Quick one for you, Teddy. So how do you feel, how different is it doing writing books and script writing to writing for a magazine? Have you had to change the way you kind of construct the things?
No, because I used to be a journalist. I started off as a journalist.
Okay.
So it's just back to like 1973 when I was working for the newspaper, interviewing people, and it's journalism, and you talk to people, and it's nice that I can kind of go back to the past and do journalism, because I always loved writing in words and storytelling, and basically I'm a storyteller. And this gives me a chance to tell other people's stories, and that's I think it's really good. And like Shelley was saying, the visual side of it is so striking. I mean, Shelley she's being very modest, but she's a genius when it comes to imagery. I mean, forget about it. I mean, she has a project called Aurora, and I was in Japan recently, and I saw this, all this anime stuff, and I just popped in my head and said, wait, this is Shelley's stuff has to go anime, because it is so strong and it is so diverse. And that's just the kind of quality that Shelley has, and everybody who sees her characters go like, wow, 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 wow. I've never seen anything like this. So what she brings with her vision is extraordinary, I think, to this project. So
thanks, Teddy. Teddy's my mentor, and Skyler. So
well, we all work together to make each other, try to make each other stronger, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Shelley has that. Shelley has that golden eye. She's taken some of the best photos I've ever had before. Exactly.
With no light, like with one light right here.
She does it so quick, she's not telling you stand over. She don't do all of that. She just catches you in your own element, right? And
but the photography aspect of it, I mean, I just like to get to know the person. If I know the person, I can take the photograph. If I don't know the person, it takes longer,
But the other thing that's really going to blow people's mind is when they see what you've done with AI. Because you've been working with AI. I mean, Shelley's got some AI stuff that's off the chart. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Skyler.
I'm working with it, and I'm kind of which one is
the
it?
extra one.
I'm working with it. I'm kind of getting there. I'm using. I think I've used it to date about maybe 50 different AI apps and programs just to see how they work. And first of all, I started playing with it because I'm working on a self-portrait thing. But I find it like really, really interesting. But this is one of my photographs. Wow. But then whenever I've worked with it with AI, it's changed it into how I see I would have wanted it to be. Right. So it's using words with photographs, and I find it really interesting. I mean, a lot of people are very, kind of anti-AI regarding the arts. But if you're using them if you're using it as a tool in your original context with your own work, I think that you don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just an extension from Photoshop.
Absolutely.
And we've got the AI stuff that Teddy was talking about. But these are all from my own photographs, and then I add things, so it's kind of cool. This isn't the Aurora stuff. This is a separate one. So there's one more, like an Alice in Wonderland kind of a theme going on.
There's steampunky.
A steampunk. Here we go.
Curly hair and everything.
Yeah. And this is the Teddy's on the cover. And I shot this, obviously. So,
one light. I mean, it's such a great shot. Just, she said, sit here, don't move. Bam, that was it. Yeah.
She just clicks away.
So we're doing a lot at the moment, and it's going to really come into fruition really in autumn winter, because we're going to have all the magazines up online, but up on World Equal, so that we're working directly with World Equal, so that we can sell them straight from there.
Plus, also we have our own merchandise range that's coming as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, T-shirts and everything else.
With
But
t-shirts and
Korean's
stuff.
company's printing
I print
t-shirts.
t-shirts.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Oh, wow.
So basically, it's World Equal in all different languages.
50 different languages.
And we've done John Lennon and Prince and a few good icons. So
Yeah, but copyright, we're working that out.
yeah,
so,
we do too.
yeah. We're going to have like 4 different ranges. We're going to have a retro range. We're going to have icon range. And we're going to have, it's almost signs and symbols range. And the last one I'm keeping secret.
Okay. Yeah, don't tell us.
Fair enough. Don't tell us.
Then we're going to be doing one of our shows again.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, you know,
a
and
live show.
yeah, a live show, and most
Wow.
of the clothing will be our own.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and this
Well,
is actually the Aurora stuff that Teddy's talking about. So
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I mean, we talked about doing this in an anime way. So anybody who's here in the program and they're really into understanding how we can get those images onto anime, we'd be
Yeah.
interested in talking with them. I mean, from a filmmaking standpoint, how do we make those images into anime, and would they be interested in working with us on the project?
that would be
Yeah.
wonderful, because
Yeah.
I'm kind of working with Teddy on the story. Well, I'm going to be working with Teddy mostly on the story, obviously me with the imagery. So we actually need somebody who can come on board and change it into video for us.
Yeah.
What I'd like to know is, and certainly for our viewers, a little bit about the go live that you've got coming up, when that is, and what that's going to involve. And personally, I'd like to know a little bit about the readership that you have with the online version versus the print version. Do you find because you've been able to put it online, you've been able to increase that readership that you've had, or has that been a
Well,
particularly positive?
we were up to about 100,000 before the pandemic. Even just through Facebook, I mean, our reach was about 100,000. But
Yeah.
as soon as the pandemic hit, they cut our traffic completely.
Right.
So it's basically now what we're doing is just trying to build it right back up again. You know, it's almost like you had to start again. We just want everybody to share it on different platforms, as many different platforms as they can, especially as it's free. And it's a really interesting read as well.
I love it. Corinne, I understand you have a printing business.
I do, yeah. Sort of like print and
Awesome.
embroidery. So it's like merchandise for people's companies or advertising their businesses. And then I would also do my own sort of artwork in on that as well. So that keeps me busy.
So Corinne prints all the T-shirts and does all of that, and key rings, and just everything.
Yeah.
Anything that you want printed, this is the girl.
Yeah, my loft is my studio. And so I'm just experimenting with new things. And I think it's time to push World Equal merchandise, because I do believe people will want to hold a piece of it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And we're also keeping the merchandise eco-friendly. We're working with bamboo T-shirts, things like that. So, you know, we're going to be plastic free completely.
Yeah.
You know what I loved about the first time I came, and you threw a fashion event at the Belfast Castle.
Yeah.
And you know, in my mission statement, I talk about equality, right? And so we were right there, you know, right there. And then, you know, you was going after people that just had a beautiful spirit.
Yeah.
And then putting all these amazing costumes on these people, and then just let them walk down the aisle. You know, it was so cool. And it doesn't matter what your sexual
And
status is.
everything there on that show, except for the wedding dresses, was made from rubbish.
Wow.
Stuff that was being thrown away.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that was in 2019.
Yeah.
So everything that was made from secondhand clothes, recycled stuff, even Anonymous, their clothes were made from completely recycled from one person who had actually passed away. So they were actually walking on the catwalk in their clothes, you know, so which a lot of people didn't know at all.
I love it. I love it. You know, Teddy talk all this mess about him just being a literature and all like that, but most people don't know he was, and she just died, Roberta Flack. He was her manager.
Yeah, back. That was one of my first jobs. I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I had to learn on the job, but she kind of needed a manager. And a friend of mine, Melvin Van Peebles, a producer and a filmmaker, recommended me, and I went over there. She said, "Do you have a valid passport?" She said, "Yeah." So my road manager just quit on me, and I need somebody who I can trust. And Melvin says that you're the guy. So are you interested in the job? I said, "Yeah."
Wow.
That was on a Wednesday. But the problem was, I was living in LA, and this was in New York. I had the interview. So she says, "Yeah, if you take the job, you have to be back ready to go to Japan on Monday." So that meant I had to go fly back to LA, pack my little one room up, send everything, put everything in. Well, there was no storage. I just had to put it and send it back to Ohio, where I was living, come from. And then I was back in New York Sunday night, and my first time outside of the U.S. was from New York to Japan.
Amazing.
Just like that. From Wednesday to Monday, my life changed. Yeah.
That's a long flight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just took it again a month ago. I went to Japan. I stayed in Tokyo and Kyoto for a week. And it was odd because I realized I hadn't been here in 48 years.
Oh, wow.
It was really weird, you know, and but it was a great trip. Yeah.
And then you just got back from Australia.
Yeah, we went to Australia. My daughter just moved to Australia, so we left Japan, went to Australia, stayed in Australia for 2 weeks, and then I came back because I had to do some work. And my wife is still there. She's because she's living it up, you know. So she got a friend of hers to come and meet her in Australia. So they're doing the Thelma and Louise thing, you know, traveling up and down in Australia. And
your name should be Skyler Jett.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's really interesting because Scott, I'm at the place now in my life. I'm doing things that I never thought I would have the time and resources to do. So I'm just doing them now and really enjoying them in a way probably I couldn't have done before. Because even when I go now, I'm meeting people and I'm thinking, hey, I could put this person in the magazine, or this is a good story for the magazine. And that just happened to me 2 days ago. I was in Atlanta and I met this lady who I think would be great as a story for a magazine. So I'll be talking to her in a couple of days.
I'm gonna work on Patty Austin.
Yeah.
Get her in there and stuff like that. Listen, guys, I love every one of you. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show today.
Thanks for joining us.
And
We love you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
yeah.
Save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.